Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going? What's up, Manic? What's up, Vesti? Two Hit, Fury Fighter, Ozma. Hey, how's it going? Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're here on this, the final week. Um, I'm, ah, I'm, I'm a wreck. How about that? I'm. The stress is kind of getting to me. I had to take today off. My kids had today off. My wife had to work, and it was just a confluence of things that yeah. What else is new, right? Um, no, my anxiety is bothering me about a number of things, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I've got the perfect thing for anxiety, and that's a weird indie horror game to beat my face through. What's up, Emerald? Good to see you. Good to see you. Uh, yeah. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I tried to relax and kind of did. Um, I finished my last review for this period. I don't know if y'all saw, but I posted my last review in my Serious Samathon. It's done. I did it. It's finished. I reviewed Serious Sam Tormental. I updated my event page with a whole rundown of the series and my thoughts about it, and so now I'm clear. I'm clear on that. Um, until I get back from Japan. So, and since I mentioned it, let me go ahead and say, so it looks like this week. Obviously, I'm streaming tonight. This is happening right now. It's almost certain that I'll stream tomorrow night, though what I'm going to stream, I'm not really sure. I have a couple ideas. Wednesday is like 50-50. Um if anything, it's more certain than it was before because I'm gonna do all the packing and prep that I need to do during the day. But we'll see. Well, it's really just gonna be how I feel on Wednesday, I think. Oh, I did have some time to play a few more of the demos before the demo festival ended today. And actually, I mean, a lot of those demos are still available. I feel like most developers didn't even bother to take their demos down, so you can still check those out. What's the Terrorize thing for? Oh, you haven't been around in a while, have you? I'm doing this thing right now, Emerald. We'll come back to the demos in a sec. I'm doing this thing right now. Any indie horror streams that folks show up for, um, y'all are passively earning a new currency I came up with, an event currency, because now I'm basically like a phone game over here. And Terrorize is a way to give yourself and everybody else who's watching at the time a bunch more, and also play a spoopy noise for me. Scary timing master. But yeah, we're gonna use terrors as we get closer to Spooktober 2022. I'm probably gonna. Y'all hang on one sec, okay? Okay, sorry. Huge emergency. I couldn't avoid it. My family wanted to watch One Piece and they didn't know how to log into Crunchyroll. But don't worry, it's taken care of. Everything is fine. And now I get to catch up on chat, where I'm sure y'all were bad-mouthing me while I was gone. What's up, Erica Burka? How you doing? How much do I have to pay for more preview currency? Which characters can only be unlocked with it? Okay. So the whole thing with Terrors is when we get closer to October of this year and we want to do a bunch of spoopy games, I am going to let y'all use Terrors to submit games for us to play. And then, like, submit games that we're going to play, vote on games we're going to play, do other stuff. Probably if you don't want to get into that, I might set up special sound alerts that key off of Terrors through the bot, like, you know, Terrorize does right now. So we're gonna do a bunch of fun stuff with Terrors once we get closer to October. But that's the plan anyway. I feel like I had a clear plan a couple weeks ago when I first came up with this, and then my trip to Japan kind of pushed it out of my brain. So Animu emergency. It absolutely was. But don't worry, they're all squared away, happily watching their animes. Get ready to lose all my Terrors trying to get Claire B. Just accept that Claire B will never happen. Reminds me you picked up Volume 1 of One Piece. Oh, cool! I hope you enjoy it. One Piece, okay, here's the thing about One Piece. I know One Piece is very intimidating for people to get into, but the thing is, like, One Piece is not one of these series where you have to read, like, 50 or 100 chapters to, like, get into it. One Piece starts good and gets better. So, like, you kind of know right away if you really want to invest in it or not. There's nothing to lose by giving a couple issues or a couple episodes a try, and if it's not your thing, just don't worry about it. And I mean, if it is, you've got decades of content to enjoy. I can't see using my currency to frighten you. Who would do that? You have 10 minutes to see if the game had started before I came in. It's a point and click. It's an indie point and click adventure, Eva. We're in no rush here. We're fine. We're good. Grab Mao by Rumiko Takahashi. Volume 2 of Berserk. Trying to collect all the individual volumes. Nice. Sped through until the anime power-ups. Is 1.3 terabytes good? Absolutely. Yes, it is. I love One Piece. One Piece is fantastic. I can't wait for us to actually catch up to what's going on, because they're past, for the anime, which is what we're watching. They're past episode 1000. There are more than 1000 episodes of One Piece. When I was watching it before, I got to like episode like late 600, early 700, somewhere in there. And we're in like the mid 500s right now on our rewatch. So it's, I want to get going. I want to see the stuff that I haven't seen before. I'm so excited. Significant other and I are getting a Yu-Gi-Oh thing to teach her to play, and I was 100% surprised she was dead. Dude, that's awesome. That's super cool. I know I mentioned this. There's a One Piece card game coming out this year, as part of their 25th anniversary celebration. I think I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna see if I can get my kids into that. And you know what? If they're not into it, then it can go on my shelf next to the Star Wars collectible card game that I every once in a while unbox and just like paw at lovingly. Where'd you stop at again? Right in the middle of Dressrosa. I don't think we ever got to any of the serious fights in Dressrosa. I remember the arena. I remember a lot of arena. No, did not. Manga seems a lot less menacing in terms of... Well, yeah. There's a guy on another Discord I'm on who started reading the manga and read, like... Hang on. How fast did he get through this? He fucking blazed through this thing. 'Cause, 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 Dude read 25 years of One Piece in 3 weeks. So yeah, if you just want to catch up to the story, if you just want to read the manga, you can do it quick. You can speed through it. And you are absolutely right, Manic. It is, if I remember correctly, it's still the best-selling manga IP like of all time. One Piece mostly reads easy. There's a lot of dialogue, so it depends on how much you gloss over that stuff. Not as quick as like Bleach or JoJo. I keep wondering if maybe I should dip into one of these other massive series, something I could just watch on my own at my own pace, instead of trying to watch with my family and then having them watch it behind my back while I'm streaming. Just play One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 and 4 and then pick up the anime or manga from there. I'm sure you won't miss a thing. I've tried to play One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. Musou games are not my thing. I think I can say that pretty conclusively. I'm just not in it. Watch JoJo. I want to watch JoJo. I've never read Vagabond now. Can't do JoJo, too much dog violence. Suppose that is true. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, speaking of violence, we have a little bit of the old spoopy violence to get into. It's like 3 episodes. So what we're doing tonight, I'm pretty sure y'all know what we're doing tonight. I'm pretty sure y'all understand what we're doing tonight, but I'm gonna preface it anyway. Over the last couple, weeks, we have been working our way through the Chizou Mythos, which is a quadrilogy of older indie point-and-click adventures made by Yahtzee Croshaw. They consist of 5 Days a Stranger, 7 Days a Skeptic, Trilby's Notes, and what we're doing tonight, 6 Days of Sacrifice. It's a very interesting series because it very clearly didn't start off as a series. 5 Days a Stranger is very much self-contained. It works just on its own. 7 Days a Skeptic is kind of a self-contained follow-up. In fact, it's so self-contained, some of the things that happened in it had to be retconned later, when Yahtzee came back and decided he wanted to make a thing out of it. And that happened with Trilby's Notes, which we saw... I literally don't remember when we played Trilby's Notes. Last week? My memory is shot. All my brain is good for right now is Japan Trip and One Piece, which thankfully are thematically consistent with each other. So yeah, and it says it right here on the page. Since this game is intended to tie up the loose ends left behind by the 3 previous episodes, it's highly recommended that you play through all of them first. So yes, this is... Trilby's Notes kind of set the foundations to bring the whole thing together. 6 Days of Sacrifice is the game that does it. To debatable result. I'm not gonna say that this is necessarily a good game. It's got some choices in it. It's got some really, really interesting choices in it. And it puts in a lot of work to bring this whole thing together and make one cohesive narrative out of it. And that, I think, is really cool. As we're asking for money because he's so adult, Kevin, $10. No! Get the hell out of here. Don't touch my money. I should be asking y'all for money. Damn. Give me your Twitch Prime. So they have a breakdown of everything that's happened thus far, so we might as well go through it real quick. So 196 years ago, the Defoe Manor incident takes place. Trilby the Master Thief successfully destroys the body of vengeful wraith John Defoe and escapes his clutches. That's the boilerplate for 5 Days a Stranger. And then Trilby's Notes was a couple of years after that. After being caught in a reality shift at the Clan Bronwyn Hotel, Trilby learns the nature of the ethereal realm and the scientific realm, demonic deity Chizou, and the plan to create a bridge between the realms by destroying the 3 aspects of John Defoe. He has the soul blasted into space to prevent that from happening, but this only serves as a delaying tactic. Meanwhile, Chizou's acolyte, Kabadath, aka the Tall Man, crosses over to the scientific realm to orchestrate the building of the bridge. You see how much more detail you gotta go into when you're trying to make like a cohesive series here. Like 5 Days a Stranger is I set a ghost on fire. Triloby's notes is like there's different realms and a pain god and a bridge and 3 aspects and an acolyte. And then 196 years from now, the soul is recovered by the scout ship Mephistopheles, floating unprotected in space after John Defoe's influence kills off the entire crew save one, Dr. Jonathan Somerset. The soul is finally destroyed in the ship's engines. It is then discovered that Somerset is an imposter and he is arrested. Yes. So, much to everyone's shock, they didn't walk back that stupid shock ending from 7 Days a Skeptic. They actually use it. And you will see how in this game. Doesn't seem hard to follow up. I burned a ghost with the ghost was mad. and yet there's so much more. So the stage is set. The whole concept is Chazot wants to create a bridge between the realms by destroying the 3 aspects of John Defoe. So Trilby destroyed John's body in what we would consider the present. Somerset destroyed his soul in the future. And that brings us to today, July 2nd, 2189. Theo de Cave, a surveying officer for Buckinghamshire County Council, is assigned to run a routine health and safety assessment on the headquarters of a fad religion called ophthalmology. Little does he realize he's about to be caught up in the machinations of destiny and a plot that has simmered for 2 centuries. Gotta admire the commitment to the ideals. Indeed. Gotta respect the hustle, I suppose. And with that, let's get to it. Hopefully we won't have any audio weirdness this time. I tried to test it out before the stream, and I think it's working. So let's get going. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if this will work out. Okay, well that sounds good, at least. New game. No commentary. Do you record video when you test? No. Yesterday I saw the body of the bridge keeper engulfed in flame, and I saw the bridge created by 1/3. Tomorrow I saw the soul of the bridge keeper reduced to ash, and I saw the bridge created by 2/3. Today the mind of the bridge keeper shall meet with its destiny, and I shall see the bridge extend between the realms. And the many children of the king shall leap and dance and sing praise in his name, for great is his wisdom and his benevolence. The Book of the Bridge. Symbol in the middle looks very familiar. It's a pretty simple kind of shape. Should have done this the moment you came into this world, demon child. God forgive me for having part in your creation. So that's 5 Days a Stranger on the left, and 7 Days a Skeptic on the right. It might. Hopefully you can make it out there, but that's the ghost in the middle, the floating skeletal remains with the welding mask and the apron. I also think this is a really funny contrast because so much was going on in 5 Days a Stranger at the climax, and basically nothing was happening in 7 Days a Skeptic. Dude was just sitting around. Soundtrack is funny. It is pretty funny. See, that's it. He went out and he dropped the thing in the warp engine. Yeah, the desktop background shows through. Sorry about that. It's because this runs at such an odd at such an odd resolution for modern computers. Okay, good. Sound effects actually work. All right. We're all set. So, hi, this is us. So, unlike Trilby's Notes, this has a more traditional point-and-click interface. Trilby's Notes was an outlier, with its whole text parser thing going on. What's on the type right? Don't worry about that weird old thing. Climate-controlled environment in here really seems to be making it flourish. Stream Gremlin. Some woman's magazine put here to help visitors pass the time, I guess. Crushed leather, very nice. Doesn't look like it's ever been used. That's the way I came in, the way back to the car park. Can we just leave? Can't leave until I've spoken with one Mr. Garrett. Lord British? Some kind of pamphlet on ophthalmology. That's the religion whose headquarters I am currently standing in. Have one? I'll add it to my journal. Reread items in your journal. Click the journal button in the top menu or right-click the journal icon in your inventory. Life becoming a struggle? Need a guiding hand? Want to be part of the world's fastest-growing family? Ophthalmology is a religion catered for you, taking the best parts of all previous religions to make a great new way of thinking. Join ophthalmology today. Hi. Are you Mr. Garrett? Get out of my way, you fool. Mr. Garrett, I'm from the county council. What? My name's DeCabe. I phoned you a week ago about running an inspection of your facilities. Oh, yes, I remember. The council has been informed that you may be extending your premises without planning permission. Uh-oh. I just need to take a look around to make sure you aren't. Is it completely necessary? It's just a precaution, entirely routine. Could you come back another time? Well, actually, no. I have to get this done before the end of the week, and this is my only free time slot. I see. Is there a problem? No, not at all. Oh, why don't I take you up in the elevator and we can tour the building? I'd be obliged. Where's the... Day 1. July 24th, 2189. Told you, I have no idea who he is. And then why should you care? I'm a doctor, for God's sake. It seems terribly convenient. You don't think if he was our agent, we would find a way to get him down here without smashing him to pieces? A broken neck is not something I call convenient. Don't think me a fool. He arrives now of all times and you insist it's a coincidence? What else could it be? He's awake! Can you hear me? Do you know your name? Can you tell me your name? DeCabe. Theodore DeCabe. My name's Samantha Hardy. What's happening? How much do you remember? Hey. Stop talking to him. I don't want either of you saying another word until my employer gets here. Man is seriously injured. He has to be returned to the surface and taken to a properly equipped hospital. I will not tell you again. No one leaves, no one breathes a word until my employer tells me what is to be done. God damn you. Not a word. Okay, so let's break this down real quick. Ophthalmology guy chucked us down an open elevator shaft. So we are all kinds of fuckered up now. We're here with Samantha, and I don't know about y'all. This sure looks like a Trilby. Which is a little weird, since Trilby was kicking around like 200 years ago. So that's a thing. Small unwashed medical cot is spotted with very familiar looking blood. Appears to be a touchscreen console of some kind. She's wearing the spectacles and lab coat that denotes a scientific choice of career. It seems that something is banging on the door from the other side. The large cupboard for storing medical supplies and records. It does say guard. I'm just saying, it's a very Trilby-looking guard. A tall and athletic man, physically in his early 30s, wearing absurdly old-fashioned clothes. Absurdly. Probably belongs to the chief medical officer. The papers on it seem to be in disarray. Hi. Samantha looks at me questioningly. Let's see. Mouth the word employer. She points at me, then mimes cutting her throat meaningfully. Point to the guards. Samantha shrugs and shakes her head, indicating she doesn't think she can reason with or defeat the man. Point to the door in the north wall. She shrugs. Point to the console. She shakes her head and mouths the word password. Point to the desk. Get away from there. Point to the privacy screen. Samantha shrugs. She has no idea how to activate it. Mouth the word password. Samantha shrugs. She has no idea. Trying to remember how this part works. That needs a password. Okay. Please. Quiet. Can you explain yourself to my employer when he arrives? Won't reply. So we can't move right now. It has been used to burn documents. Large cupboard for storing medical supplies and records. What's this other stuff? Oh, I have a cell phone. That's Did a movie really try to pull yourself up by your bootstraps? That would violate her personal space somewhat. Can you call her on my cell phone? I don't think she would want that. Use your newly found broken neck telekinesis to take out the guard. Away from there. Be no match for him. Even if my neck wasn't broken. Can't move, and the person on the other side can't get open, then I almost certainly won't be able to either. Can't move from this spot. Yeah. Oh, it's burnt paper. Looks like an official memo. The bottom half has been burnt off. I think I need her. I think I need her to get that piece of paper. I think that piece of paper has the password on it. I bounced myself gently to test the mattress, and a jolt of pain ran up my spine. Yeah, I think I remember how this goes. I think I remember how this sequence goes, but I don't remember how to get it going. I really like games like those real simple puzzles on the second screen and build up to the menu in menu stuff later. I want that piece of paper. Did you do the bed thing again? Same response. It doesn't seem to be progressive. Yeah, the privacy screen is important. Like, I think the console controls the privacy screen. I think this burnt piece of paper has the password to the privacy screen. I think that's what gets this going. I don't remember how. We got to do something about him. What am I forgetting? What? You say paper now before the guard interrupts you? I mean, oh. Oh, I didn't actually try all of these options. Maybe one of these does something. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, what's the matter now? His condition may still be degrading. The facilities here are very understocked. Move aside. I'm gonna check him. That was it. That was it. I needed to say to the man. Slip of paper extruding from his front waistcoat pocket. Ah, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. Okay. That's the thing I need. Okay. I don't see any problems. I'm gonna erg again. I will erg as many times as I need to. I take a slip of paper from his pocket while he leans over. He doesn't seem to notice. There we go. Okay. Now we can play the video game. Now progress can be made. Alright. Palm the note to Samantha. She glances at it, then nods in understanding and pockets it. Alright, and then console. She points at the privacy screen, then at the door in the north wall. Okay, point at the privacy screen. That won't help you. I can't see you, but there's only one way out of there. And now we do door in the north wall. Hey, look who it is! You. I remember you. Don't look. What's going on? Don't look! Splort. Looks like we're loose again. Can you walk? Just about. It hurts a lot. How much do you remember? Look, I was just a council inspector. I was sent here to run an inspection on the building. Some lunatic upstairs pushed me down the elevator shaft, then I wake up here. Could you please explain to me what the hell is going on? You fell to the very bottom of the shaft. You're now within an underground laboratory complex. What do the ophthalmologists need it for? Ophthalmology is a front. A money-making, crowd-pleasing facade to disguise the true organization. Which is? Cult. They call themselves the Order of Blessed Agonies. We should recognize that from Trilby's notes. A bunch of masochistic freaks who worship some mad death god. Okay, so why do they have a laboratory complex? Do you mind if I ask? Why were you sent to inspect the building? The police told us they received a tip that the cultists were building something. Since they didn't have planning permission, I had to see if there was any truth to it. Seems there was This complex isn't documented in any of our records of the site. I think you better talk to Janine. I have a feeling you're the person she's been waiting for. Who? The other prisoner. She and I are being held captive down here by one of the cultists. You mean the man who was guarding us? Where'd he go, anyway? The man in the hat was just a mercenary, I think, hired to guard the place. Our captor is still around somewhere. Janine and I only just escaped from our cell this morning. We were looking for a way out when you arrived. I dragged you in here and the guard found me. We gotta call the police! No can do until we get to the surface. Something's blocking our communication. With the three of us against one man, we should be able to negotiate our way out. Janine's supposed to be finding us some weapons. Find her. I apologize for placing a burden on you in your current state, but I have urgent matters to see to. Dr. Hardy, what happened to the guard? What was behind the door? Why didn't you let me see? Find Janine. Once the cultist is our hostage, I'll have time to answer all of your questions. Okay, bye. Alright, it's video game time. I believe Yahtzee is on record as saying having the game's main character be like horribly mangled right from the start was a bad call. Because it does kind of limit your options with what they can do within the narrative. Save? Okay. Gonna take a couple minutes. Alright, we're just gonna do one. Boop. There we go. Never mind. Let's have a look at things, shall we? What is this burnt paper? I have it. Added to my journal. From Acolyte Garrett to Acolyte Deravan. Our preparations are complete. Feel free to evacuate yourself and your staff when you have finished burning your records, but make sure Canning and the prisoners remain. Our master will also remain and make his own arrangements. I will evacuate last when I have given the building and complex a final inspect. Nothing in it but ashes. Full of medical supplies I have absolutely no idea how to use. Hey, look at this neat blood stain. Was that there before the guard was chased off? I don't remember. Hey, look at this. These are my glasses. They must have been left here when I was pulled out of the elevator shaft. Gimme. One of the lenses is smashed, the other's curved out of shape. I'll take the intact one and discard the rest. Okay, so we just came out of medical. Hi, Sam. Kraken. Dr. Hardy, have you gotten the weapons off Janine yet? You must hurry. We may not have long to act against our captor. Don't! We mustn't confront him until we have the upper hand. Get me the guns from Janine. Okay. Well, this is the lock room. Who's in here? Looks like a handwritten memo held in place with tape. Out of my journal. Canning. Ensure the prisoners remain sealed in the holding cell for at least 6 days. After this, it will no longer matter. Do not fail, Canning. This is your chance to redeem yourself for the crime of allowing the Orzechowski woman to explore the complex unsupervised. Apparently, this is a thing that happens around here. I have literally no idea how to open it. Literally. Literally no clue. Not figuratively. This is the bedroom. Appears to be locked. Okay. Wait! Hey, a slot. Control panel consisting of a keycard slot and a single button. There's a huge steel door strong enough to be a blast door. There's a sign on it reading Central Hub, authorized personnel only. There's also some panels. Slightly indented panel in the wall. Alright, this is the bottle room. Yeah, I can get myself a nice tipple. Whoa, it won't open. Must be a security lock. This is the camera room. I can get a nice photo taken. What is this? I think the security monitor is showing nothing but snow. Touchscreen. Touchscreen control panel probably for the monitoring system. Let's use it. Screen seems to be locked out. I can't access any functions. Okay. Here's a fuse box. Place must have its own generator. The technology is really antiquated. It's a barrel of something. Smells like petrol. I want to open the security lock requiring high clearance. Goodness. Better not mess with the electronics without good reason. Could be dangerous. Danger is not exactly our middle name. All of our adventuresome spirit got fucking knocked out of us. We fell down that shaft. Here's the box room. Shelves presumably for the storage of medical supplies. It's like the room is just stripped of everything useful and borrowed in a hurry. I have something. As I suspected, it's empty. Okay, so that's where Spoopy Man was. Spoopy Man was hiding in the closet. Did you see our friend go through here? Okay. She went to the bedroom. There we go. Ah! Oh, hello. Sorry, I thought you were... Who are you? My name's DeCabe. Are you Janine? You're not one of the cultists? No. One of them apparently dropped me down an elevator shaft. Dr. Hardy told me to find you. So you met Sam already. We were being held captive, her and me, for the last week or so. We were only able to get out of the cell this morning. Tall man ate all the beans. You mentioned that. You said you would have found some weapons? Oh, sure, here. You came from outside? Are they sending someone to help us? I wouldn't know. But they must have gotten my message. We have to take these guns to Dr. Hardy. Maybe then we can get out of here. I'll wait here. Why? Please, just don't make me go out there. I couldn't face seeing him again. Who? The cultist? No. Anyway, you better get going. Okay. How did they get out of the cell? I think they touched on that, maybe? Sorry, I couldn't be more help. I think they will go over that. Guns. Use gun on doctor. Ah, excellent. Now we certainly have the upper hand. Cultist is just through this door. All we have to do is secure him in the holding cell, then we can negotiate our release. Will Janine be joining us? No. She said she was too afraid. Afraid? Odd. Well, anyway, we'll both take a gun. Even a man with 2 limbs out of commission can fire a gun. What? Wait, what? Really? Turn around slowly, Canning. No sudden movements. Hardy. So this is how your employment ends? With betrayal? Employment? Shut up! If there was any betrayal here, it was when you lunatics locked me up. We had no choice, Hardy. You refused to listen to reason. I said, shut up! I'm taking you to the cell. Stop right there. If you point your gun at me, I will fire. Damn you! You never understood, did you, Hardy? There's no point in resisting us. We have God on our side. What the hell is going on? Take them to the holding cell. I will... Who? I am the caretaker. I am the guide. They are only unconscious and will awaken soon. Go to the sleeping quarters and seal yourselves in. It is not wise to roam this place at night. But who are you? A friend. Now go. Like a cryptic asshole. Sam, I'm sorry, Janine. They overpowered us. Or outsmarted you, really. God, I can't take much more of this. When are they going to send help? Seems they did. In? Why don't you tell Janine the same things you told me, Mr. DeCabe? I'm a council planning inspector. Someone tipped us off that the cult were building something. They sent me to see if that was true. So you see, Janine, your call was answered. You sent the tip? Council planning inspector. It's almost laughable. But now there's no way we're getting out of here. Yes, there is. We're going to overpower Canning and make him escort us out. Excuse me? You tried that and it didn't work. We just have to keep trying. Will you please listen? I beg your pardon? I fell down an elevator shaft this morning. I'm tired. I'm in pain. I don't know where I am. And all you've done is boss me around and evade my questions. I want to know who the hell you people are and what the hell is going on. What's up, Banecopter? I apologize, Mr. DeCabe. But there was no need to shout. Perhaps there's time to fill you in now. Sorry. Where shall we start? Okay. There's a lot of talking in this game, which I suppose is understandable since this is where all the plot needs to, like, intertwine itself. This game is definitely heavier on dialogue and lighter on, like, puzzling. What is this place? You're in a small laboratory complex under the Ophthalmology Building, which, as I've already said, is a front for the Order of Blessed Agonies. Like a man with an achy breaky leg. The complex is laid out around a large circular chamber they call the Hub. They've definitely got something important in there. But neither of us have been inside. I will say, I like this one because I think the build-up is pretty interesting. It's always a good hook for your game when you're in some kind of secret facility and there's a giant door with something secret and ominous behind it. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Just what you want after a night of Jesus more reading out loud. Fortunately, I had last night to rest. That definitely helped a lot. What is the Order of Blessed Agonies? They're an insane masochist cult who think pain is the answer to everything. And for what I've seen, they're very creative in the ways they inflict it upon each other. Oh my god, Shadows! Thank you so much for subscribing for 9 months. I appreciate it. It worships some mad demon god called Chuzzo or something. I'd never even heard of him. It's pronounced chorizo. Heard of ophthalmology. Ophthalmology is just the moneymaker. It funds the true organization, the Order. They hide behind the acceptable front to keep themselves secret. Saying you want to hurt people to purify them causes a lot of concern for the authorities. Authorities? Where are all the cultists now? Chumbawamba, the god of pain. We don't know. They used to be all over the place. They started drifting away soon after they finished construction of the facility. Canning and the Hat Man are the only ones left as far as we know. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. Like they intend to abandon the place with us inside, if they haven't already. Just like real Scientology. I think I first discovered the series by misreading his Chozo mythos and thinking they were related to Metroid. Who are you? I'm Dr. Samantha Hardy. I'm a scientist. I'd tell you what kind, but I fear it would go over your head. My name's Janine Orzechowski. I'm a freelance journalist for a couple magazines. Mainly celebrity gossip stuff. How'd you get here? I was looking around the ophthalmology headquarters. I wanted to do a feature on them for the magazine since so many celebrities have joined them. I was just having a little snoop about when I discovered this place. Then, of course, they threw me in the holding cell. Sam was already there. I'd been doing a little contract work for the Order here in the labs. Turns out they really don't want anyone knowing about the stuff they've been doing here. I wonder why. What kind of stuff? Prefer not to say. She won't tell me either. So you don't want to betray client confidentiality? They threw you in a cell! That's not it. It's just that it was work I'm not proud of, which will probably reflect poorly on me once this is all over. I'd rather take steps to ensure it doesn't get out now, rather than regret it later. Please don't press the button. We escaped from the cell a few hours ago, then you dropped in. Oh, phrasing. That's as far as we know. Why are we being held here? Most likely to protect a secret. But if that was all, why haven't they just killed us? Maybe they need us for something. I don't like the sound of that. I think only the cultist can answer your question fully. Who is Canning? Is he the leader of the cult? God, no. Before the others evacuate, he answered to a guy named Garriott. And even he seemed to be subordinate to someone they call the Prince. But I don't think I've ever seen him. Canning is just some low-level acolyte ordered to make sure we don't escape. Personally, I think he's just as much a prisoner down here as we are. I think they wanted to get rid of him for some reason. He's too dense to notice. He's still following orders like a faith-blinded sheep. Who was the man in the hat? I think he's some mercenary hired to act as a security guard. You mean the guy dressed as Trilby? Who? You know, Trilby. The dashing gentleman thief from those old horror movie serials. The Defoe Manor murders? Hotel Horror? I don't watch many movies, I'm afraid. Why would a security guard be dressed up as a cult character? I can't explain it. It's just ridiculous. They say Trilby may have really existed. I've read some newspapers from around the late 20th century. How is that relevant? Never mind. Isn't it kind of interesting to think, chat, that in like 200 years from now, the stuff that we do might end up being myth, depending on how records are kept or not kept? Famous mysterious thief, Lupin the Third. I mean, Trilby. It's kind of an interesting concept. Like how much of the actual knowledge of this time period will persist in 200 years? So as far from now as the 1800s are, and how much do you know about the 1800s? I mean, we do... we do know a lot about the 1800s, certainly. But we also don't know what's going to happen over the next 200 years. We don't know if the next 200 years are going to be more tumultuous than the past 200 were. Certainly stuff like climate change indicates that it will be. In Before Pride and Prejudice was truthful. I think myth would form in like 500 years. I think it's more a result of circumstance rather than actual time period. Will the beings in 200 years know that Zelda 2 is a Rambo clone? Exactly, yeah. More importantly, how many versions of Skyrim will have been released in 200 years? Who was the man in red? I've never seen him before, not until just then. Who's this? A completely bald man in a torn red robe. He helped us get away from Canning and the guard. I've never seen anyone like that. Did he come in with you? No. It was just me falling down the elevator shaft. He's really hung up on this elevator shaft thing. Okay, that's all. Good. So now what? Now we think of a way to... Oh. What? The door has been sealed with a time lock. We won't be able to open it until tomorrow morning. Who could have done that? Canning? I doubt it. The man in red told us not to roam the hallway at night. Presumably has taken steps to ensure this. For crying out loud. I have to get home. I have to be back at work tomorrow. We are all inconvenienced, Mr. DeCabe, but whining like a child is not going to help. I know, it's just... I know. Take the opportunity to rest. We can discuss our escape in the morning. So that's day one. Like, 1.5 puzzles. Imagine a future where Sonic is forgotten and Bubsy is remembered forever. Skyrim will be baked into future generations of pacemakers. Kind of looking forward to the solar flare that destroys the internet, and that will make things interesting from a lore point of view. I'm going to save. I don't remember what happened today. Alright, so... we got some bunks. They don't appear to have been designed with comfort in mind at all. Open this locker. It won't open. Almost like something's holding it shut from inside. How weird. Hello? Who are you? I'm not going to hurt you. Is your mother around? My God, your eyes! What happened to your eyes? Good, you're up. We can discuss the plan. Plan? The door has now been unlocked. Our next move will be to take Canning hostage. Again? If at first you don't succeed. What's up, Toast? This door is being guarded by the Trilby Guard. It'll be your task to distract him. Why me? A threat of physical violence must be made to get Canning under control. You obviously cannot make this threat, so it has to be me. All you have to do is lure the guard away from the main corridor, giving me the chance to slip in. How will you know when the coast is clear? Do you have a cell phone? Of course. Take my number. We can't reach the outside world, but we should be able to make calls within the complex. That's not how cell phones work. Call when you've achieved your objective if there are points you wish to discuss. Okay. I'll give you Janine's number too. I'm sure you still have many questions for both of us. Managed to make that an actual jump scare. I actually thought the descending piano was part of the terrorized noise on the first go. That's how well timed it was. Click on phone in the top menu or right click the phone in your inventory to call someone from your list of contacts. Hey, there's a post-it note. Gimme. I'll add to my journal. Instructions for opening locker. You only have to ask. It won't reply. It won't open. Numberless Dread, thank you so much for subscribing for 24 months. Holy crap. You've been subscribed for 2 years, dude. Okay. So bad. It's an object like a cash card with a magnetic strip. This game's strength, whatever strengths this game has, it ain't in the puzzles, okay? I'm just, as if I need to tell you that. I guess these are civilian clothes belonging to one of the cultists. They try apple. Cultist nighttime reading, possibly. Well, out of my journal. Twice did the 28th day of the 17th month pass, and the prince gazed with great concern upon the land of technology as the carving of the slave passed through the hands of a great many ignorant men of technology. But the king would not let him take his vengeance. For he said the guide seeks the carving of the slave, and it is through this desire he shall fulfill his destiny. It will not be long before the guide learns that his duty has not yet been completed, and then he shall do as I have foreseen. And as the king said it, so it was it so, for the bridgekeeper did touch one of the ignorant men, and by their conjoined hands was the thief-wife thrown down, and truly did she know the name of the king. And with this act, the guide said, I see you, no bridgekeeper, I have found you, and I have not forgotten. And he came to the tree that was the prince's soul, for it was here that the carving of the slave had been brought. This is Legend of the Rings bullshit. Or Lord of the Rings. Dr. Hardy, yes, Mr. DeCabe, go ahead. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna speed through a bit of this. Tell me about the extent of my injuries. Your neck broke on impact. If I hadn't gotten you embraced before you regained consciousness, if you had been tried to move, you would have been dead. You landed your left side, so your left elbow and humerus are shattered, as is your left kneecap. Oh god. Also, a hairline fracture in your skull. No more, please. I get the picture. Hey, you asked. What kind of work were you doing for the Order? I told you I'm not prepared to reveal that. I doubt I'll change my mind anytime soon. At least tell me what kind of scientist you are. I told you it'd probably go over your head. Try me. Okay, I'm a biochemist. I was recruited straight out of university by a medical research company. I was let go after a couple of years. Why? A difference of opinion. I believe a scientist has to be morally flexible in the name of progress. Big red flag. The company ethics committee didn't agree. Please don't ask me to give any further details. Why are you being so secretive? We might not even get out of the situation alive. Then I guess I'm more of an optimist than you. Personally, I'm in no hurry to die or take part in whatever the Order has planned for us. And when I escape, I'd rather the specter of this place not follow me. Who do you think the man in red is? I honestly have no idea. Until his intervention yesterday, I'd never seen him before. Seems to be on our side, don't you think? So it appeared. But I consider it unwise to trust him implicitly. Perhaps his interests only temporarily coincide with ours. I'm worried about Janine. Why? She said she was too afraid to come out and help us. I agree it's strange. She seemed to have a rather indomitable spunk when we were in the cell. All I can think of is that this place is starting to get to her. Isolation and imprisonment can do strange things to a person. I think I understand. Where's Janine? I believe she went in the kitchen. Alright, talk to you later. Bye. Flashback's a neat game. We're gonna play the Super Nintendo version of that eventually. Hi. Janine? Yes? Oh, Lord. What do you think we should do now? I'm not sure. Maybe we should ask Sam. Will he be helping us take Canning hostage? I'm sorry, I can't. I don't think I can face him. I can't even bear being in the same room. Why? I don't know. Like the fear comes out of nowhere, like a punch in the stomach. Who are you so afraid of, Janine? Him! The one who's out there. I don't want to talk about it. So you were the one who sent the tip? Yeah. A week ago when I found this place, I sent the tip straight to the police. Minutes later, they caught me and threw me in the cell. I was expecting them to send a SWAT team or something. No offense. Real life doesn't work like that. Can't send the guns just because an anonymous person says there's an unregistered basement extension. Anonymous. Sending a building inspector is pretty much all they could have been done legally. I guess you can blame me for getting in this mess, huh? I'm really sorry. You were the one who pushed me down an elevator shaft. You make it Dr. Hardy. I probably don't know much more than you do. She was already in the cell when they threw me in there. And yes, I've asked her many times what kind of work she was doing for the cult. And no, she wouldn't tell me either. If you want to find out more, you'll have to get it from the horse's mouth. Oh, rude! Think it's alright to trust her? Got no more love for the cult than us. I mean, if she's secretly still working for them, she's the most convincing actress in the world. Thinking cloning biochemist ethically dubious. Multiple Trilby guards. Tell me about Trilby. The character? Well, there's the main character in a bunch of horror movie serials, which are based on a series of novels from the early 21st century. But someone sent me some rare old newspapers, and they suggest Trilby was a real person. Really? He was a cat burglar, the original master thief. Finally arrested around the mid-1990s. Story goes that he joined some secret government agency, and they encouraged the novelist to fictionalize Trilby so people would eventually forget he was ever real. And I'll tell you something else. There was a photograph in the newspaper. That guy out there, Canning's guard, looks exactly like the real Trilby. You think he'd be the same guy? Of course not. He'd be over 200 years old by now. The resemblance is really creepy. Not the T-virus or G-virus. The C-virus for Chizou. That's such a horrible nightmare. Better get used to it. There's something about this place. Something in the air, maybe. But I haven't slept well since day one. There's this little kid. A welding mask. Welding mask? I've had dreams about those too. How can we both be dreaming about welding masks? Psychic powers? Be serious. My granny always used to say I was a little bit sensitive. Sure. You seen Sam? Think she's in the sleeping quarters. Okay, that's it. Bye. A note. Book of Prayers 2:7. The body is the physical form and is the sum of what time has made it to be, and so it is of the past. The mind is sharp and logical. It concerns itself with the here and now, and so it is of the present. The soul is love and hope. It is the dreams of what is to come, and so it is of the future. Body, mind, soul, past, present, future. We give thanks for them all in the name of the King. It is locked or the door is stuck. And his prayer cushion for kneeling. 4 triangles forming a star contained in a circle. I saw this in Canning's office. Could it be a symbol of the order? I guess this is where people sit down to eat, talk about the sorts of things cultists talk about. The cultists actually eat. That's actually reassuring. I would really appreciate if this guy could pick up the pace a bit. Save that. Alright. What do we got? Hi. Got you. Get in. We'll see about your friends soon enough. Literally no idea how to open it. Phone. Who should I call? Call Samantha. I can't get a signal. There was just some kind of jammer built around the cell. Oh, hi. You again. Destiny calls. What the hell? Oh god, it's some kind of ancient skeleton dressed in the remains of an anorak. There's a huge hole in the back of his skull, too. Some kind of manifestation hovering above the ground. Looks so strange in my eyes, like a black hole in the air itself. When you get chased by the giant robotic trophy statue. Isn't there speed sliders like in all CR games? No, there is not. There's like no options in this. This is made in Adventure Game Studio. A really nice piece of software for making indie point and clicks, but extremely bare bones. I don't think I could touch it. I don't think it's really there. Couldn't bring myself to touch it. As I suspected, it's empty. Like King, did you see that ludicrous display last night? The trouble with Arsenal is I always think they walk it in. Yahtzee somehow fucking made a stealth game out of it. Yeah, that's true. The Art of Theft is a pretty remarkable game. Yeah, when I'm late to this, I have feelings about this game. What I miss? We're on day 2. So, I mean, honestly, I haven't missed much. Really. I have a key card. I don't think so. Magnetic swipe card with the words hub printed on it. Oh, okay. I know how this goes. A little more of a gunpoint dude for my neo-noir side scrolling snarky AF stealth, but I mean, Gunpoint is just a cut above. It's such a good game. Be a security lock. All right. Here's a keypad. Panel of numbered buttons. Never finished The Art of Theft. I should give another go. I've played I played all of Yahtzee's game. The Art of Theft is definitely one of his better games, but it has some fatal flaws, honestly. And one of them is the fact that some of the mini games that are required to get past certain security measures are total random chance. What's this? Must be one of the unlocking mechanisms for the blast door. Well, let's use it. So still with Rust, it'll take 2 hands to turn it. That's not going to help while I'm in plaster. Gunpoint's rad. Heat Signature is rad too. Heat Signature is really rad. It took me a while to get the hang of that game, but once I did, oh my god, it was a fucking party. Love the Gunpoint opens with you literally falling out of your own window. Everybody needs to play Heat Signature. Heat Signature is fantastic. Alright, I do not have a code for that. Did I actually use this? Too technical for me to operate. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. I don't think he's in the mood to chat. I don't even remember why I have this lens. Run, Theo! Run, Theo! I don't actually know what I'm doing here. Okay, that's not what you're supposed to do. What's my call? Janine. Janine, yes? That's all I wanted. Should I call? My office. Nothing with stack, can't get an outside signal. From underground. Same with the police. Yeah. I should manage to get through the dog enemies on Super Hot, but now I'm being chased by another bastard. It's so scary. Pretty wild stuff. How does this part work? Nope, nope, don't hands Samantha, talk to Samantha. Get the Trilby Guard away from Canning's office door, preferably out of the main corridor altogether. Okay. I think I need to get this open, actually, now that I think about it. Possible use I have. The only thing I have is a lens. I don't know what to do with it. Let me use this. Locked out. Screen has no controls. Need another card. Or no, I need a code. That's what I need. I need a code. The optional missions are very fun, like the one you have to use a memento of firing a shotgun to travel through space to the airlock. Yeah, heat signatures mechanics are just so incredibly fun. I love, like, there was one mission I had to do where I had to rescue a guy from a ship, and he was on this giant, like, Star Destroyer shaped ship, and he was in, like, the tip of it, I think. So I went and found a completely different ship and took the whole thing over and piloted it and, like, T-boned the other ship so hard that it split apart. And then I was able to go out and get into my pod and just fly into the little fragment of the ship that was left and rescue the dude before oxygen ran out. Heat signature is half Sid Meier's Pirates of Space. I wouldn't look at it like that. Heat signature is more like a never-ending cycle of spaceship heists. There's a sort of meta progression to it, but that's definitely not the focus of the game. The focus is like getting progressively better at doing crazy shit. Got thrown off a ship accidentally, couldn't manage to remote pilot my pod to catch my goofy ass. It's definitely acquired skill. Not in a talkative mood. Superland just bumped up the difficulty level on you. I got gun upgrade, now expects me to take on literal swarms of enemies. Shit gets hard. Superland's a lot more complex than you're thinking. Man, how am I gonna do this? I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to approach this. I don't have anything in my journal, do I? You know what? It might be this one. Twice did the 28th day of the 7th month pass. How many digits is this anyway? It's a 4-digit code. So maybe that's it. Wait. Maybe it's really simple. 414? Could it actually just be 414? No, it can't because it's a 4-digit code, you fucking moron. You simpleton. You idiot. You said it out loud and then you did the opposite. Copy protection time to dig out the manual. Yassi's British, so remember to do the date format right. Oh, so it'd be like 28, maybe 2807? 28. There's no 0. 28. I mean, shit. Twice did the 28th day of the 7th month pass. Pass from when? God. Coworker's been watching Sailor Moon Crystal with their partner. I told them to watch the original to really get the Tuxedo Mask meme. 287 are the 2 code panels. No. This one was a key card slot, and we did that. This one is a keypad. Panel of numbered buttons. And whatever it is, it's a 4-digit code. 1 to 9. And that book is the only clue I have right now. Unless it's something in the fridge prayer. Book of Prayers 2:7. And this is just about body is the past, mind is the present, soul is the future. Two, 7, 1, 4. We'll try that. 2, 7, 1, 4. 2, 7, 4, 1. Nope, neither of those. I'm gonna look this up because we're already halfway through the evening. Let's see here. This isn't what we do at all. Turns out this isn't even remotely what we do. Wait. What the hell is that? Oh, it's our buddy. It's our friendo. Hotel. Oh God, let me out. Who should I call? Dr. Hardy? Saw the man in red again. He released me from the holding cell, so he knows the order security codes? No, I think he teleported me. That's absurd, I swear. There's a flash, and the next thing I knew I was in the medical storage room. You can teleport people at will. Why does he not teleport us out of the complex altogether? What you say is true. It raises many unsettling questions. I fear this man has his own agenda, is probably not a benevolent one. But he set me free. I saw some kind of monster. Calm down. What did you see? He was like a man, but so tall and thin, like a stick man, like a skinny man. There's blood everywhere. Pull yourself together, Mr. DeCabe. Monster. Something. You're safe. I wish I could believe you. I got the guard away from the door, though. You sure? Excellent. Meet me outside the office door. Can I go in here? Oof. The massive spatter of blood left behind, no doubt, when the guard was torn up by that tall man. Uh-oh, man. What the hell was that? Hey, it says 287 over here. Father. Hi. Ready? As I'll ever be. Let's do this then. Dr. Hardy, yes? The guard's dead. He's dead because of me. You killed him? I led him to a monster. It tore him to shreds. Couldn't have been helped. Man died because of my actions. You must not agonize over every little thing. If you did, you'd go insane. You call it a little? No, of course not. I probably shouldn't be bearing my soul to the amoral doctor here. Skinny man. Again, Dr. Hardy? Aren't you tired of this yet? Your pet guard won't be able to help you this time, Canning. My pet? I would say it was as much yours as mine, wouldn't you? Shut up! Has she told you about the work she was doing for us, sir? Said shut up! Get moving. No funny business or you'll get a bullet in the leg to help you along. Go on, in. Okay, Canning. You're completely at our mercy and you're going to tell us exactly what we want to know. Understand? First and foremost, how do we call the elevator? You don't. The one in the main corridor can only be called from an upper floor by a high-ranking acolyte. Looks like we'll have to get used to each other, my dear. There's got to be another way up. Oh, there is. It's in the hub. But you'll never get past the security locks to open the blast doors. We will. Because you're going to tell us how. Oh, this is laughable. You're trying so hard to do it, like they do in the action movies, aren't you? What are you going to do? Torture me? You really think I, an acolyte of the Order of Blessed Agonies, would be scared of pain? Done for myself far worse things than you could dream up. Joke's on you, we're gonna jerk you off. Now we have to open the hub security door. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Feel free to question the prisoner. I'm sure you could benefit from his knowledge. Doesn't she want me to not find out what she was doing here? You don't trust her. She saved my life, and yet you don't trust her. You wonder what is she hiding? She's hiding, do you not? Quiet. You understand so little. My mask has hurt me, sadist. No. He has a permanent expression of self-satisfaction on his face that I find very infuriating. So what's the deal with this cult? What's the deal with cults, anyway? The deal is the Order of Blessed Agonies has existed for centuries. We believe in the true way to purification. Purification through suffering. We practice the Blessed Agonies of the mind, body, and soul to wash ourselves of sin. This little pixel face reminds me of a pug. And one day what? Nothing. You got some big agenda, haven't you? That's what this is all about. You going to take over the world? Like some Saturday morning cartoon villain? I said nothing. Tell me about these Blessed Agonies. Why? Think of applying? Tell me. I don't see why not. For an individual to be fully purified, all three aspects of themselves must have experienced blessed agony. The agony of the body, physical pain, beating, burning, and cutting. The agony of the mind, boredom, fear, and insanity. And the agony of the soul, which is horrifying. About destroying someone or something the subject loves utterly, relies upon emotionally. And you do all this to yourself again and again? The agony of the soul can only be experienced once. But apart from that, you're correct. This is insane. You, maybe. But do you know the same peace as I? The same utter contentment that comes with the knowledge that you are of absolute purity? I don't want to talk about this anymore. Hang on. Okay. The music cut out, and I thought maybe I'd lost audio, but apparently not. Why are we being held here? Surely that should be obvious. You're held here to protect the secret that this complex exists. Then why didn't you just kill us? I would have done had I received the order. Then what do you want from us? My superiors know. In time, they will let me know too. He's a Republican, then got it. We're all experiencing the agony of the mind right now. Who's the tall man in black? The one with the white mask? Ah, I see you've met the prince. You should consider yourself lucky. That thing is the prince? The hell is he? I'm not inclined to spilling the secrets of the order to an outsider. Even if I were, very few acolytes are privy to the secrets known by the prince. And even the highest ranking members know only slightly more than I. Do you know who the man in red is? Who? Completely bald man in a red robe. Kind of like your red robes, but all torn up. Is he one of your people? I'm afraid I have no idea who you're talking about. All the acolytes of Chizo take very good care of their robes. There is no agony of the drip. What work was Dr. Hardy doing for you? Why don't you ask her? She won't tell me. And you think I would? Oh, no, young man. This is something you have to see for yourself. I'd hate to spoil the surprise. Does they fail, little man? We're loose and you're locked up. I wouldn't count your chickens if I were you. There are many more to take my place. I hate to break it to you, but your guard's dead. Really. Doesn't that bother you? Should it? Do you even understand the situation? Of course. I don't think you do, though. Why? If you did, you'd know that my guard's condition may not be as permanent as you believe. The blessed drip. Can't you see your order has abandoned you? The complex is completely evacuated, and the building on the surface is too. Rubbish. The facility was too expensive to simply abandon as soon as work was complete. My brethren will return. Got nothing more to say right now. I would join the Order of the Blessed Drip. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Alright, something's kind of fucky going on here. Let's check out his office. It's a computer. Help computer. Looks like Canning left some kind of environmental control program open. Alright, so I can release security, cycle ventilators, and reset the thermostat. Must be the symbol of the cult, a circle containing 4 triangles surrounding a square. Here's a notepad. Got no use for a blank notepad. Documents. Stack of documents stapled together. I want them. Well, what are they, genius? Thick stack of useless accounting reports. I'm not sure why I picked it up. Wait, the staple may come in handy. I'll pry it out and then throw the documents away. Rather heavy-duty industrial staple. Look, it's a filing cabinet. Kind of small. Obviously, the cult isn't big on paperwork. This paper looks interesting. I'll add to my journal. We live in the universe of technology, or the scientific realm, where magic is very sparse. Our shadow is the universe of magic, or ethereal realm, where magic and magical creatures are abundant. In olden times, it was easier for entities to travel between the realms, hence the old stories of fantastic creatures. Druid Kabadath circa 55 BC created a bridging portal quite easily using a comparatively simple ritual. Since then, however, the background level of magic in the scientific realm has faded, and a ritual much larger in scope is required to transport any entity from one realm to the other. The ritual calls for the creation and sacrifice of a bridge, a living creature with ties to both realms, usually an entity born in the scientific realm, but later having their aspects imbued with magic. A budgie portal. When all 3 of the bridge's aspects, body, mind, and soul, are annihilated in conjunction, echoes of weakness ripple through the membrane between the realms and a portal can be opened. Exactly how long the portal remains open depends on the puissance of the bridge. Shut up! Words are hard! I think whoever ran this place didn't entirely trust whoever uses office. Puissance. French, is that French for strength? Learn something new every day. Agony of the pronunciation. That's the only agony I need. That's the only agony I can take. There's no lady here. Hi. Janine? Yes? Have you seen Sam? Said she was going to investigate the hub entrance. I think I saw the man you're so scared of. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have. What do you mean? And you probably wonder what scares me about him. But I'm telling you, he just fills me with panic. No, I don't wonder. I don't. I swear. Okay, I really need to stop clicking through these, but I want them to go just like a little bit faster. It's just slightly too slow for how fast I read things. Forgive me, chat. I know not what I do. Hi. You're a little close to that. Dr. Hardy, yes. Mr. DeCobb, go ahead. DeCabe. I still don't know how the fuck to say his name. How's it going with the security door? Not wonderfully. As far as I can see, there are two security panels that must both be deactivated. One calls for a key card, the other for a numerical passcode. After that, I think two unlocking mechanisms will be revealed, both of which need to be activated simultaneously. What do you think? In the absence of the key card or the passcode, I may be able to force my way through given the right tools. Then again, maybe we could find the key card and passcode lying around the complex. I'm just considering options now. Talk to you later. Okay, most of the dialogue is, I'm British. I'm British too. Oh yeah, security lock. I'm gonna love seeing you meet the Ocarina of Time owl. I guess let's go and push all the buttons. But that's the one thing we haven't done yet. I get handsy with this computer. Release level and security. Release level 2. Function not available from this terminal. So I guess level 3 isn't either. I guess level 1 was all I really needed. So that should let me get into another room. Either the laboratory or the back room from the monitoring. Let's try this one first. It's right here. Won't open. Or maybe the touchscreen works now? Ah, here we go. Current input. Change camera. Camera 1. Look. Looks like part of a corridor, but not the one outside. Must be another part of the complex I don't have access to. Change camera. Camera 2. I think it's a barracks or some kind of storage facility. Camera 3. Large glass tube standing in a row against the wall. I can't make head or tail of it. Camera 4. That's Canning's office. I recognize the layout of things on his desk. Camera 5. Prime needs code. Review input. Oh, cool. Supposed to be old footage. It shows Canning working at his desk. There's something written on the notepad out on the corner of the desk. I can't quite make it out. Well, why don't we download current image? Download the image onto my cell phone. Should I call? I don't want you to call anybody. I want you to... I don't know what I want you to do. Hang on. Wait. Change camera to camera 1. And review input. Nothing happened. Okay. Change camera 2. And review input. Now then. Change camera 3. Review input. Nothing. Suppose this opened. Alright, so I've downloaded an image of what Canning was doing in his office to my phone. That will help me how? Use cell phone on notepad. I don't think so. Got no use for blank notepad. That page just show. Wait. 287 for the camera. Okay. I'm wondering if maybe this is actually the use for the lens. Maybe not. Change camera to camera 4. Review input, and then can I use the lens on here? That's it, I can make out the numbers on the notepad. 7759. Okay, 7759 is the passcode for the door. Nah, it's another 4-digit code. Alright, 7759. I wonder why it let me download. Maybe the downloaded image is for later. 7759. Excellent work, Mr. DeKalb. I wouldn't have thought a bureaucrat would have such a head on his shoulders. I hope that was a compliment. Now, I think we need to turn both wheels simultaneously. Can you manage? No use. I need both hands free. I see. Or we need another pair of hands. Leave it to me, I guess. Hey, Janine. We need your help to open the hub. Oh, I don't think I could. You have to, Janine. You're the only one who can help. We'll just get open, then we can get out. I know, but what if I run to him? Look, there's no one else around. Canning is in the cell. His guard is dead. Dead? Aside from us three, nothing else is moving, I'm certain. Come on now, this is our ticket out. Okay, I'll be there soon. Ready? Get the hell out of here. 3, 2, 1, go. Doesn't look like an elevator to me. I don't see anything. Wait here. I'll check it out. You trust her? You? I would if she gave me any reason to. I know what you mean. Right now she seems like our best hope of getting out of here. Even so. There's gotta be a reason why she doesn't want us to know about her work. I'm not sure we should trust her to go in there alone. Hey, after you, man. Dr. Hardy? Welp? Aren't you gonna say something? I can't think of anything. I can. We're gonna die down here. Don't say that. We're not gonna die. We can get back into the hub. You don't get it. He won't let us out. He won't let me out. You have to stop him. What are you talking about? I see you. I see what you are. You're the only one. You're the one who did this to me. I didn't do anything to you. Why won't you stop him? How many times do you have to kill him? Janine, you're not making any sense. You're mistaking me for someone else. Mr. DeKalb? I'm sorry. Leave me alone! Janine! I wouldn't go out there if I were you. Night has fallen. Prince is on patrol. What about Janine? She is in no danger. At least, not from him. Remain here until morning. Tell me who you are. Are you with the cult? My identity is meaningless. I'm just an avatar. And I have no allegiances. If you're not with the cult, help us get out of here. It'll go badly for you if you don't. There's gonna be some serious police action after this, I promise you. I cannot do that. Why not? Because that's not how it goes. Give me strength. You seem very confident that you will escape from this place. Of course I am. Why? Because if I wasn't, I'd go insane. Why resist? Screw you, whoever you are. Alright, well. Okay, so I go by. Why the hell isn't this guy doing the other wheel? Because at the beginning of this game, this guy got dropped down an elevator shaft, broke his neck, broke his arm, broke his leg. He can basically shamble around and do things with one hand. I don't know why exactly Yahtzee wanted to have such a useless main character, but as far as I remember, he regrets doing that. This is Picard wearing a ball gown. We need some answers. Avatar of cryptic bullshit. Forgot the beginning of the game and why everyone is even here. We haven't found out why everyone is here. Theo's here because Janine got a call out that something weird was going on at this facility, and the city council sent him, or no, the county council sent him out to inspect, and he got shoved down an elevator shaft. I didn't know who you were, Dr. Hardy, or what you were hiding from me, but I know you didn't deserve this, and as soon as we get out of here, I'll make sure you're buried properly. It won't open. Nothing more I can do. Can I sit at the desk or something? All the drawers are empty like they've been emptied in a hurry. That belongs to Chief Medical Officer. What's happening? Janine, can you hear me? The hell do you think you are? Oh god. Stop this! Stop what? You're the one pretending to be me. Sleep. Sleep! Day 3. Any call out is suspicious, seeing as how that doesn't seem possible. I think she got the call out while she was still on the upper floors snooping around. Before they brought her down here. I don't remember falling asleep. Gotta find out what's in the hub before anyone tries to go inside it again. Alright. Future silly blue boots will be mandatory office attire. Who are you? Could you tell me where I am? You're dead. I saw you die. Dead? Yes. I remember being dead. But I don't remember you. Your guts were torn out. The blood's still on the floor. Honestly? Huh. Perhaps it's best I don't remember. So where am I? This is impossible. Are you gonna answer my questions anytime soon? Yes? Who are you? My name is Trilby. That much I know. Even that sole fact isn't sufficient, though. I get the feeling I have or had other names in the past. Trilby the cat burglar? Cat burglar. Yes, that was one of my names. You can't possibly be Trilby. Nevertheless, I'm certain that Trilby is my name. But Trilby died hundreds of years ago, and I already told you. I remember that I was dead. So your statement only further reinforces my claim. Doesn't make any sense. And yet, here we are. How did you come back to life? I don't know yet. You do know that resurrection is completely impossible, right? I thought I knew it. Recent events are forcing me to reassess this, however. All I know is I was dead, and now I'm alive again. Refusing to believe this will not answer my question. Trilby the eternal milady. Trilby lost his nose along with his memory. You don't remember working for the Order? Order? The Order of Blessed Agonies? Agony. I remember something. I get a name. John Defoe. He's important in some way. In fact, I think I spent many years researching him. I've never heard that name before. You don't remember why you were working for the Order? I'm afraid not. So what do you remember? Not much. A few flashes now and then, images and sounds, no dates or details attached. I remember John Defoe, as I said. And from that name, a few other memories return. Standing on a hill, watching something burning in the distance, my hands covered in blood, and then a place that was two places at once. I'm lying on something hard, my stomach really hurts, and someone is talking to me. It was mostly a fog until the moment I woke up here. You woke up here. Well, not right here. I just felt myself gravitate to this spot. Like something important happened here. Yes. This is where you were killed. So you said, yes. I suppose that would explain it. Maybe you should look around where you woke up. What was your name again? DeCabe. Theodore DeCabe. Been a great help, Mr. DeCabe. Excuse me, won't you? Alright, well. Well, this is open now. Looks like someone forced it open. Walk through blood, track no blood prints. Embarrassing. It's part of the complex intranet. Spotless. It looks like it's been completely scrubbed clean. I see some vials of blood and plasma in there and some lumps of tissue in petri dishes. Dishes? A glass cylindrical tube just about big enough for a human to stand in. It's no technology I recognize. There's someone in there with skin as white as alabaster. I can't make out any features. I don't think they have any. Yes? What is this place? No idea. But this is where I woke up. I've never seen technology like this. What year is it? 2189. Oh. Can't remember what year it was the last time I checked. But I'm pretty sure I lost a century or two somewhere along the way. Did they clone the hat too? Yes. The original is here on the table. Anything coming back? Nothing from this room, but the more I think about the name John Defoe, it's like there's something scrabbling at the back of my mind. I feel I'm on the verge of rediscovering something terrible, something that almost destroyed me. Listen, this complex is dangerous. I think there's something haunting us. It's already killed someone. We need to find a way out of here. And go where? The answers I seek are here. I just have to find them. You could be killed. Death didn't stop me last time, apparently. If what you say is true, you're the one who should be worrying. Tell me I'm in a door? Not right now. I wish to remain here until I remember something. How long will that take? How should I know? Alright, I gotta go. His book. I'll add to my journal. At this time another came to the tree that was the prince's soul, and this other was of the faith, but blinded by pride, and so he was the prideful acolyte. And the prideful acolyte threw down the guide, and subjecting the guide to the blessed agony of the body, he called forth the prince, and the prince crossed over to the land of technology. And the prince was much displeased, for the prideful acolyte would in his arrogance interfere with the destiny of the guide, and so he threw down the prideful acolyte, and the prideful acolyte became the puppet, and knew the name of the king. And with great fear did the guide take up the soul of the bridgekeeper, immune to its influence, for the bridgekeeper was also greatly fearful, and he hid the soul of the bridgekeeper away to the place where it would meet its final destiny. And the prince and the puppet took their message to the order of blessed agonies. Cool. Hat. There's something awfully familiar about it. Give me the hat. It wouldn't suit me. God damn it, Theo. God damn it, Theo. And with the hammer and nail, the builder didst make in his image. That must be stinky after all this time. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, I wonder if I can see Trilby in there. Oh, not camera 4, you moron. Simpleton, you idgmit. Error your input doesn't. Alright. Let's see what's happening in the hood. You missed the prequel story, Trilby's dry cleaning simulator. As Samantha's blood, by the time she was dead, she lost virtually all of it. So Theo can't turn one of these himself. And Trilby doesn't want to come help him yet. Door won't open. Janine must have locked herself in. They won't reply. The hell? Says here Samantha's phone is still switched on. I'm almost certain we turned it off before laying her out. Who should I call? Samantha? CD. Who is this? 2741. 2741. I wonder if that's for the camera. Two 741. Two 741. That's it. There's some kind of wide circular chamber viewed from above. This must be the hub. Strange, from the look of it, there's nothing in it but the remains of some old ruined building. Can I download the current image? I think maybe this is how we get Trilby to help us. Hobble faster, god damn it. I think maybe we show him that picture and he gets interested finding it out. Open the door. I want to show you the picture of my phone. It's such a cool phone. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to review the past footage on that 5th camera. That was dumb. Change camera, camera 5. 2, 4, 1. Review input. Eh? So the reviewed input doesn't seem to be anything. Odd. Anyway. Not sure what that did for us, but whatever. Let's see if Canning's still here. If he's been splattered all over the cell. No, he's still here. Back again. Dr. Hardy's dead. Reap what ye sow. Doesn't that bother you in the slightest? You and your whole insane order of accessories to murder. Once we get out, you're going to do a lot of time for this. Your words like the warbles of a sparrow. The Order of Blessed Agonies fears no moral agency. You're under divine protection. What do you mean protection? You're under the guiding hand of God, the King, Chizo. And when he enters this world, I don't even know why I'm talking to you. Brainwashed lunatic. Your words are sounding hollow even to you, are they not? Tell me what Dr. Hardy was doing here. You still haven't figured it out? I'd be disappointed if I felt even a shred of respect for you. Tell me, we're allowing her to fulfill her chosen role. In this case, the field of biochemistry. Who could ask for anything? Who could ask for anything more? Your guard seems to be alive again. Do you think he rose from the grave? I don't know what to think. Thinking is something you need to do more of, boy. He doesn't remember working for you. Of course not. He never does. Were I not trapped in here, I would have been able to give him his usual instructions. How many times have you had to do that? Your questions bore me. Come back if you ever figure anything out. Who is John Defoe? Ah, now we're getting somewhere. John Defoe is the bridge keeper. It is through him that the king will enter our world. Where is he? He's all around us. Then again, he's also drifting off somewhere in deep space. Give me a straight answer, for God's sake. There is no straight answer to your question. Why do you ask it, anyway? Trilby told me the name. Just about the only thing he remembers. Mere words will not fully restore a lost memory. A picture does a better job. A picture. If you can figure out by yourself what work Dr. Hardy was doing for us, I'll help you. Figured out what Dr. Hardy was doing? Do tell. I think she was a cloner. You had her creating multiple copies of Trilby. And when I thought I saw him come back to life, it was just a different clone. Congratulations! Now the more complex question, why? What would we need clones of this particular individual for? I don't know. You don't know anything about the Defoe Manor incident? The Clan Brownwyn Hotel incident? No? Huh. Forget it then. Alright, you want to know what could jog his memory? Here's my advice. A newborn often reacts positively to an image of its mother. That's all you can give me? That's all I intend to give you. I'm not your personal advisor, boy. Sassy man sure headbangs a lot when you talk. He's so excited to talk about cult things. Just cult things. Bud. I'd be no match for you if my neck wasn't broken. Do you remember Dr. Hardy? Hardy. That does ring a faint bell. If I had more details. Dr. Samantha Hardy? Scientist? No. Do you have a picture of her? Oh, god damn it. Find a photo of a corpse? Oh. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I thought I was gonna download a picture of her or something. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the ID card she wore in her lab coat before bore her picture, if I can just retrieve it. It isn't here. Where did it go? Fucking great. So apparently future cell phones don't have cameras anymore. Over in that pool of blood. I ain't touching that shit. Crappy work phone. The corpse picture wouldn't look very nice anyway. Actually, wasn't I gonna try calling Janine? What? Where are you? I'm in the sleeping quarters, and don't tell me to come out. I don't understand anything that's happening. I don't even remember how I got here. Are you alright? Yes. No. No, I'm not alright. Sam is dead, I know, but Sam is dead and I think I'm going mad. Why do you say that? I remember Sam dying. I remember taking her to the medical bay. But then everything goes blank. I'm scared. Something happened to you last night. You were there? What did I do? You were acting odd, like you were someone else. And you were talking to me like I was someone else. Oh god, I remember talking to you. But it wasn't me. It was like looking through the eye holes of a mask. Neither the thing I was. It makes me feel so sick. You have Dr. Hardy's ID card. I just wanted to remember her in some way. Don't judge me. I'm not judging you. Can I borrow it? I'm not coming out. You just open the door to a second to pass it to me? No! Anything to get in. I've seen what's inside the hub. You have? Can you show me? I've got the image on my phone. I'm sending it to you now. Okay, that's what I needed to do. See it. There's nothing to be afraid of, see? It's just some old ruin. Whatever killed Dr. Hardy is gone now. Yes, I see. It's funny, when I see this, I don't feel so afraid. Like I'm seeing a place where I can find peace at last. Will you help me get there? Sure, but you'll have to come out of the sleeping quarters. Fine. I'll wait for you outside the hub. We have to get in there. Hmm. Hmm. I have to turn off the ventilation to get her out. Hi. What? Dr. Hardy's ID card. Yeah, don't judge me. I'm not judging. You can borrow it, sure. Thank you. Thinking like a true Order of the Agonies enthusiast. Hey, look at this. Take a look at this picture. Look at this photograph. Who is this? Samantha Hardy? Do you know her? Hardy. Maybe. There's something about her face. Could I meet her? She's dead. Hardy. Dead. Oh, Jesus! It wasn't me! I used my hands, but it wasn't me. What? So sorry, Philip. You didn't deserve. Why are you doing this to us? Calm down. You're freaking out. I apologize. Some memories returned with a suddenness that caught me off guard. Nothing that answers why I'm in this facility, however. Listen, I need your help. There's a door that needs 2 people to open it. I think that behind it we can both find the answers we seek. Seems like a good place to start as any. Please lead the way. I'm back, Janine. Good, let's... Ah! Stay away from me! Nah, no! What on earth is the matter? It's him! Oh god! I'm so frightened. Wait a second. Trilby is the one you're so scared of? Of course. Who else would it be, for God's sake? Madam, I don't even know who you are. Why are you so afraid of him? What do you think he'll do to you? I don't know. I don't know why I'm so scared. If I just look at him, I feel like I'm going to faint. Janine, listen to me. He's not with the Order anymore. He's lost his memories. He won't hurt us. I promise. We need him if we're going to open this door. And once it's open, we'll be able to get into the hub. Yes, the hub. Okay. Let's get these wheels turned. Could you just stand between me and him? Sure. Alright. Why isn't it working? It worked last time. Maybe the fuse is blown. You've got to fix it. Please, I have to get in here. Okay, I'll take care of it. Trilby is a replica soldier from Fear. Trilby has a face like a moldy ham made of hatchets. Jesus. Trilbo bag. Judge Dredd. Oh, he's got like the permanent sneer. Like. Trilby's a stormtrooper. Alright. Open the fuse box. I don't know much about electrics, but one of the fuses definitely looks burnt out to me. You fix it? No, open it, you dingus. Here, shove a staple in there. That ought to do the trick. When in doubt, you ever have any trouble with your fuses at home, just jam a big industrial staple in there. NBD. Where's Janine? She went on ahead. I tried to stop her, but she just ignored me. Come on! What's this? Who are you? We are doormen. Our task is to stand here, always. Did a woman pass through here? Yes. Why did you stop her? Our task is only to stand here, not to monitor who goes in or out. Are these clones? What? Are these clones of me? Yeah, I think so. Am I a clone? Yes. Ah. I did consider it as one of the likelier possibilities. It explains pretty much everything. Shall we continue? Yeah, sure. Old Trilby taking it in stride. Are we going in? Scared. You don't know what to expect? I've seen what's in there on the security camera. Trilby. Trilby. There's a bunch of ancient ruins, but I don't know. It's like what Janine talked about, a completely irrational fear. Janine may be in danger. I know. Okay, let's do this. What? Mr. DeCabe! Janine? What's going on? Where am I? Theo? Are we in the hub? I think so. This isn't the ruin I saw. I know this place. John Defoe. This is where he lives. How do you know? Because this is where I destroyed him. Where I thought I destroyed him. Where I tied his spirit to his bones and set him ablaze. But that was just a movie. No, Look out! What the hell was that? What's happening to the walls? No. Not you! No! Shoot. What? Gee, wait! Do you understand, Theodore DeCabe? No! No, I do not understand. I don't understand why I'm waiting through the day. I don't understand the things I'm seeing. I don't understand why you can't give me a simple, straight answer, you bald fuck. If straight answers are what you require, then I will accommodate you. The house you saw is called Defoe Manor. It does not, however, physically exist. It is a construct of John Defoe's mind, a manifestation. Why the hell is it here? When John Defoe died, his mind and body went into his house. When Trilby burnt it down 200 years ago, he assumed that both were destroyed. But the infection of Defoe's mind clung to the ruins and to the very land on which it stood, even while his body burned away. The Order of Blessed Agonies built this facility around it. Measures had to be taken, however, to ensure the infection would not spread. Don Defoe. What measures? Let me reiterate what the cultist asked you. Why was Samantha Hardy employed to clone Trilby of all people multiple times? I haven't got a clue! Clues you have had plenty of. Think, DeCabe. Why Trilby? Because John Defoe is scared of him. Why do you say that? Back there in the manor, as soon as Trilby was removed, everything started going berserk. Indeed. For a wraith, being crammed back inside your rotting bones is a traumatic and painful experience. To then be shot down and set alight, unable to die, to feel the constant agony of body and mind reduced to ash. Until then, Defoe feared only his father. Afterwards, Trilby was, in his mind, the embodiment of pain, and his mere presence acts as a ward against Defoe. Trilby was from then on utterly immune to Defoe's corrosive influence, although he never realized it. And only with a constant presence of Trilby throughout the complex could the evil of Defoe's mind be restrained within the hub. But tall, thin man, the one with the coat, he's the head of the Order, right? Correct. Why does he keep killing the Trilbys? That I do not know. But I do know that the more of them that die, the further Defoe bleeds into the surrounding complex. You may not have long. What will happen? Defoe is a creature of monstrous violence. Samantha Hardy's fate, I fear, was only the beginning. God. Is Janine alright? Perhaps you should find out. Janine! I imagine before his underground facility, there's a porno built around John Defoe's mind. No! Janine! Janine, open the door! Janine, please! Please open the door! Janine, for God's sake! Open the damn door! I'm sorry, Theo. I know. I'm just so scared. I know. It keeps happening. I don't even remember going into the hub. You blacked out. I was waiting for you outside the door. Then I was nothing. And the next I knew I was in that room in front of you. I'm scared out of my mind because there's something's trying to take me over. Look at me, okay? Nothing's going to take you over. I'm not going to let that happen. Feel it all around me. Watching. Whispering in my ear all the time. Janine, just hold me. So, what is it now? Dude, I just had sex. What are you doing? No! Dong. Janine? So I've never listened to the commentary track for this game. And so I can't explain to you the reason that scene is in here. I loosely remember the explanation being very weird. Pain tolerance is supposed to be amazing to be able to have sex in this condition. Reminder, he's got a broken fucking neck here. Okay? Like, he cannot... We know there's one kind of crank he can't operate. Already. The other, though... "50% of the bones in my body may be broken, but I can tell you the one isn't, if you know what I mean." Yeah, so... Well, it's basically hitting a checklist for the bad things that happen. Can I use the microwave now? I don't have anything to cook. Anyway, welcome to day 4. We now live in a post-Theo decayed sex world. Well, that didn't sound good. Canning? Canning's blood. I know it is somehow. It's splattered all over the cell. You still don't understand how to fucking open this door, you idiot. Now taking bets on if Janine has been literally fridged. Nope. Janine is something more now. I think I need to get in that door over there. She did get a neat new mask, that's for sure. Dread, I don't think that's what she's after unless she's there to hack it off. I wonder if I can just kind of work my way over there. Can I use this one? Okay. We got a pickaxe. I think it's a pickaxe. It's like it's there, but it isn't. God, my head hurts so much. When I touch it, pins and needles run up my arm. When I pick it up, it doesn't seem to have any weight at all. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm holding the idea of a pickaxe. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna save again, because I don't remember exactly what it is I need to do now that I've done this. Okay, that doesn't work apparently. I don't judge performance, I've never been so bad my partner went on a killing spree. It won't open! I don't remember if you're actually supposed to hit her with a pickaxe or... I guess not. I do not remember how this part's supposed to work. Maybe I just need to get the alignment correct or something? Nope. Oh, maybe I needed that to happen. I've still got the pickaxe. They brought out the farty trumpet so you know it's important. I don't see anything interesting. Nope, there's something glowing behind the door. It pulses in time with the pain in my head. The hole. I look at this as a feeling of the bottom dropping out of my mind. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Some kind of barrier blocking the way like a force field, also like something else entirely. And he's like, nope, do not want. The hole seems to recognize the pickaxe. Wait, how does this part work? It hurts. Maybe, hang on, wait. Maybe I did this wrong. Can you talk to the hole? That's what I needed. Oh, Janine. No. And that was day 4. The days, they go pretty quick now. And now it's February. What's up, Quasi? How you doing? This, of course, is our resident celebrity. The Mephistopheles killer? Yes, you'll remember it was all over the news. Last year, the EFS Mephistopheles was relaunched with a skeleton crew of 6. The appointed ship's counselor was one Dr. Jonathan Somerset. And he reported for duty punctually and on schedule. Unfortunately, shortly after the launch, it was discovered that the real Dr. Jonathan Somerset was dead. Pushed down a flight of stairs, presumably by the imposter who had taken his place. It's Buzz Lightyear. Off-world security was dispatched to intercept the Mephistopheles. Its last recorded communication was an SOS distress call to the EFS Charisma. By the time off-world security arrived, this man had slaughtered the entire crew. So, who is he? His name is Malcolm Somerset, the only son of Dr. Jonathan Somerset. Student of psychology at Ganymede University, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. But he failed the final examination and dropped out. It seems becoming a shipboard counselor was his dream, and when his father was called up, he couldn't hold in his jealousy. So why did he kill the Mephistopheles crew? Partly why he remains under psychiatric study. Complete mystery. His profile is completely inconsistent with a spree killer. The best theory we have is that he was found out and killed out of desperation. And that doesn't explain the demented creativity, the sheer bloodthirsty relish with which his crewmates were slaughtered. One man was impaled, another was blinded, the first officer had her head twisted right around. Many of the corpses were dismembered and stitched randomly together into Frankenstein-like monstrosities. That's true, they did go ham on the corpses in that game. Certainly not the actions of a man simply trying to cover up a far less serious crime. But let's leave him for a moment and move on. We can... This is why I think that black-haired traveler from the 1500s is a Trilby descendant. Town and the last name Somerset keep coming up. Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is meant to be a connection. Door. Pretty much the only thing to look at in here. There's a hatch built into it for moving food and small items into the cell. I got tired of yelling at the guards pretty fast. They won't reply. You! I was beginning to think you'd gone forever. This shall be our last meeting. You'll get me out of here, right? You owe me at least that. What makes you think I owe you anything? You're the one who made me kill my father. I only encouraged you to do what you already intended. You promised me I wouldn't get caught. You wouldn't have been caught had the Mephistopheles left that locker alone. You knew about that? Did you know about John Defoe? Was it all part of some plan? I did not scheme it, but I did know it would come to pass. All I did was encourage events to take place as I had seen. You know they think I did it. All that senseless murder. I've been locked up in here for 6 months. I don't care about you or any of your bullshit. Get me out of here, and you'll never hear from me again, I swear. I very much doubt that. But rest assured, I am here to release you. Thank you. What do I have to do? Just use the key and leave by the door. What? If you hadn't noticed, the lock is on the outside. Besides, the guards outside will... I'm not talking about that door. What are you talking about? What door? What key? Who are you? Hey, it's a wall. This is part of the wall, but it feels different now. When I look at my hands start to tremble. Looks like there's something in there. I didn't commit all that senseless murder, only one senseless murder. Someone sent me a parcel with no return address. It contains some kind of oddly shaped knife, but the feel of it's old enough to be an antique. It's like some kind of ancient knife with teeth on the end, like a key. So what if... I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't remember what you do here. Oh, there's the door. It's locked. There's some kind of pulsating slit around where a keyhole would be. Alright. So, this is how they decided to work 7 Days a Skeptic into the storyline. And I respect the attempt, but I think it's probably the weakest part of this story. Remember that? Good times. Wouldn't it be cool if he killed your dad? Be awesome, I promise. The dude's starting to look a little worse for wear, ain't he? Ta-da! So now we know the identity of the Red Robe Man. Malcolm Somerset. An extremely deep pit opening out into an abyss of total blackness. Long way down, all right. It's a body. Looks like the corpse of an old man and the remnants of a suit tied up with strands of muscle and skin. Stench is terrible. I don't want to go near him. What happened to you, old man? I made a powerful enemy. You're alive? Of course. Chizou will not let me die. Who are you? You ask a complex question. The name by which I know myself is Trilby. But I strongly suspect I am not the original. I'm probably a clone given over to Chizou as a plaything. Or perhaps that is my arrogance talking. Perhaps I simply cannot bear the thought that this, that the real me would ever be imprisoned like this. What is this place? I need ask that. No one who knew what this place was would ever come here voluntarily. You're inside the body of Chizou. How did I get here? The last I knew, I was in an asylum. On Earth? In the universe of technology? Then I can't explain it. There's no possible way to get from there to here. Not corporeally, really. Who's Chizou? More appropriate question might be, what is Chizou? Or even, where is Chizou, since it seems he is a place as well as a fiend. But to answer you, Chizou is a pain elemental. There were once many of his kind in the universe of magic, small and largely harmless creatures that fed on the petty anguishes of others. But over time, they became more and more reliant on magic until their actual physical bodies were all but completely vestigial. Carve a Chizo sucks message in there. They fought for more power by killing and absorbing each other. Chizo is the very last of his kind. A bloated mountain of gristle whose very essence crackles with residual magic. And now nothing but the most hellish torments will sate his hunger. Pee on the big lumpy then. Is the closest thing to a god of pain. You're the one who sent the idol into space. Possibly. Certainly I have memories of doing so. And you must be the man who found him. How could you know that? After the hotel, Trilby spent many years researching Chizo. He requested a vision of the idol's future from the Ministry of Occultism. He was well respected by them, and his request was granted. Whether I'm the original or not, I just possess the memories of that vision. I saw you. I saw what Defoe did to you. I saw what you became. And I realized that I'd seen you somewhere before. But never mind. You want to redeem yourself, don't you? More than anything. Then all you have to do is follow my instructions. What do you want me to do? I want you to kill me. And don't pretend you're a stranger to killing. You have Freehorn's blade. It's infused with Chizo's magic. It's the only thing that can release his hold on me. I want you to drive it into my heart. The nature of the blade will infuse you with energy. Call it my soul, my life force. We don't have a proper name for it. I want you to give it to the one who needs it. Ooh. You'll find him nearby. He isn't physically here, but Chizo is observing him, and so he manifests. My life force will still save him, wherever his actual body is. I won't kill you, I'm gonna bust you out of here? No! You could, I have no place to go. To the pain elemental, time is non-linear. It sees the past, present, and future all at once. Were I to leave this place, I could end up at any moment in time, or every moment, or no moment at all. It's the reason why you and I are able to interact like this. Despite, from my perspective, being in the 21st century, and you in the 24th. Now kill me! Both our destinies demand it. Yeah, wait here. Don't leave me. Alright, Stabby. I'm sorry. None of it was your fault. Remember that. Blech. Hey, I know that Trilby. It's another Trilby, but it looks so much younger and healthier if it weren't for that stab wound. Trilby's soul, I can feel it crawling around inside me, looking for a way out. Here, live. So you felt that, did you? I think I should get out of here. Imagine your soul having a hat. We ain't going that way. Yep, I'd say he's dead. Damn it. We're gonna catch hell for this, aren't we? He have to cut his own throat out. He just hung himself with his pajamas like most of them. Oh, god damn it. So that's how he survives Trilby's notes. Yes. Yes. Somerset transfers the soul of the clone that Chizo had to the dying Trilby. Playing Mario 1 managed to somehow glitch the spring in 2-1 out of existence to get Mario stuck in midair. Nice. Blackness swallows me. The furious roar of Chizo fades from hearing. Free. Free of that place. Free of physical form. The ebb and flow of time flutters against what passes for my body. Caressing me like a lover. When I was a man, I was destiny's prisoner. Now I will be her servant. There are men and women who must be guided. I will be the caretaker. Yeah, okay, bro. Escaped out Zoe's butthole. Alright, day 6. Dawn of the final day. July 28th, AD 2189, the 28th day of the 7th month. Well, I hate everything. Oh, hi. You could not have saved her, DeCabe. There's still enough time to save yourself. What happened to her? Her weakened defenses allowed John Defoe to crush her personality. In loving her, you tainted her. Tainted? What's that supposed to mean? Just as the past affects the future, so too does the future affect the past. And your future, DeCabe, is a dark one indeed. So dark that its influence travels backward through your lifetime, leaving an eternal blemish on your soul that worsens as your fate draws near. Shut up! Why can't you ever just give me a simple, straight answer? Why don't you help me get out of here? You'll find the way out in the basement of Defoe Manor. What? If you wish to escape, go there. Expect me to go down into that madhouse? What about John Defoe? Enough clones of Trilby remain to provide an escort. They will buy you the time you need to break through Defoe's defenses. You must combat the corrosive influence of his mind on equal footing. Know him, become him, defeat him. We shall not meet again. I wish you luck. Wait. Will you at least tell me who you are? Once, I was a man. John Defoe destroyed all I had. But a gift gave me the power to see the destiny of all mankind, while simultaneously enslaving me to it. You and I, DeCabe, are pawns in a game too vast and complex to understand. But a pawn that crosses the board becomes a king. Or at the very least, a prince. Fucking Marvel Comics ass writing there. A document. Hands it. I'll add it to my journal. Freehorn's blade is one of the Order's most sacred relics. It is said to have been used by the 18th century prophet Jack Freehorn himself to deliver the 12 sacrifices that enabled him to write the books of Chizot. When a person dies, their body, mind, and soul separate and drift apart. An individual killed by Freehorn's blade, however, separates differently. They leave their body behind while the mind and soul remain together. This results in a non-corporeal spirit of unusual ability, capable of strong manifestations, but they remain forever under the command of the one who wielded the blade. An individual can exploit a loophole in these rules by killing themselves with Freehorn's blade, which would theoretically transform them into an immensely powerful spirit, a magic-infused force of pure will. None, however, have yet chanced this. Pawn that crosses the board becomes a queen. Yeah, that's true, actually. Very true. Alright, we skipped day 5, it is now day 6. See, Baldy got chess and checkers confused. Alright. Let's go do the damn thing. For whatever reason, all my interaction icons moved around. Still have this lens. Alright, let's fucking go. Will you three come with me into the hub? If that is what you order. We only do as we are told. How many of you are there? We don't know. When any of us fall, another comes to take our place. So if you die, you can come back here and there'll be more of you? Until there are no more. Personally, I'm in no hurry to die. Come on. Alright, paper. I'll add to my journal. Lich, a kind of undead sorcerer, granted immortality by removing their soul from their body and placing it in an external object. The Lich's body is indestructible, can still be stretched, twisted, and made to feel pain, but only damage to their soul artifact will cause permanent damage. Wraith, a servant of a Lich, a dead life form, whose soul is placed post-mortem in a small part of Lich's soul artifact, making them subservient. Wraiths are non-corporeal and, like all ghosts, can exert influence over the environments and objects to which they are tied. It should be noted that the Wraith's influence and manifestations become increasingly wild and uncontrolled if its soul is separated from its mind. Okay. So here's the deal. We're on something of a time limit in this place. Every time we do a room transition, the prince shows up and kills a trilby. But we need a few things here. Like a machete. Crack, snap. Oh, am I gonna die when I come out of here? Yeah, okay. Because he didn't get me when I came back into the lobby, I figured I had time. But I guess the foyer of Defoe Manor is the only place where the tall man won't kill you. It's fine. It was all just a bad dream. There are more trilbies. Oh, I think he actually says something different. Like, I think we did this before. Anyway, one trilby down. Give me the machete. Alright, let us... Alright, we've replenished our trilby supply. Let's go get the mask. Crack, snap. Give me that. Crack, snap. Oh, he's excited now. He's VVVVV excited. Mom, I need more trilbies. Okay, but don't spend in one place. I do really like this puzzle. I love how ridiculous it is. I love the concept. Yeah, I think it's just I think it's just the foyer that doesn't count. Okay, I don't. This is not right. I don't think. I think the last one must be upstairs. And then I think we go down that hallway to end this. Crack, snap. Yeah, there's that apron. Give me that apron. Can't believe someone's fucking dead 80 times. We're fighting the wraith of a gorilla here. Come on. Down the stairs, idiot. All right, let's save here. Should be the finale, I think. think we go to the hole. I think we take it to the hole. Consummate trilbies. That one's like, fuck this place, I'm out of here. Screw you, Decave, you're on your own. Easy outfit. Here we go. Let me in. Goodbye, final trilby. Father, it hurts. Should have. Father, killed you. Demon, demon, demon child. Hurts. Father, child. I saved him. Father, demon child. I brought him back. No, child. It hurts. Demon, 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 demon. Know the name. What now? Janine. Know the name. I killed. Know the name. Please. The prince. Going to space. The bridge keeper. Going to space. It hurts. No. Go to space. No. Go to space. Go to space. Hold me. Hold me. Your fault. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Oh, Defoe Manor. You were the last one? I think so. The others all went into the house. They never came out. Does that mean anything to you? Does that spark any memories? I think the others were killed. When I think that images start to flash before my eyes, Defoe Manor being here feels wrong. I think it's supposed to have been destroyed. In what way destroyed? Fire. Supposed to have been burnt down. Perhaps you should address this inconsistency. Yes. How? I can show you where to get some petrol. It's myself. I feel disconnected, like I'm looking down on myself from the outside. I can hardly move. Where the hell am I? I'm not far gone enough to be talking to myself. I can't see anything, especially not through this smoked visor. I can feel something. It's like a flat metal surface above my head. I won't reply. Moving. Focus decay. It's not really happening. Oh my god, I think they did that to try and explain that stupid stinger at the end of 7 Days a Skeptic. I totally forgot about that. Tarpaulin. Looks like a large cuboid object covered in tarpaulin. I don't think it belongs here. Some kind of document lying on it. I'll add it to my journal. Children of the King, rejoice, for the time is finally at hand. Our patience these last few centuries will finally be rewarded. 200 years ago, the body of the Bridge Keeper was destroyed. 200 years from now, the soul of the Bridge Keeper will meet the same fate. These are known as bridge events. Their significance was so great, they sent ripples of weakness through the timeline itself, echoing off into both the past and the future. On the 28th of July, 2189, the ripples from the past will collide with the ripples from the future, creating an area of extreme weakness between the two realms. The third bridge event, the destruction of the mind, occurs at this point. The force of the explosion will penetrate that area of weakness and form the bridge between realms. Over this bridge, the King Chizo will come. He will come to save us and all the men of technology from sin. We must, however, be alive to enjoy this new age of perfect purity, and so it is important that the complex and ophthalmology building be evacuated at least 1 week prior to the bridge event. Oh no. Oh my god, Chizo, it's a bomb! There's enough nano explosive here to atomize the county. Nothing for it. I've got to try and disarm. Wait a second. This bomb's already been defused. Shit! No. No! Who defused it? That's something about this story that I really like. That is a neat detail to this. 6 days later. You're watching UCBC News. An investigation continues in the circumstances that result in a nano-explosive detonation in the county of Buckinghamshire 6 days ago. The blast completely demolished the ophthalmology building, which had been purposely evacuated beforehand, and several lead ophthalmologists are being held for questioning. Although the detonation has not been found to have caused any loss of life, 2 individuals last seen in the area have been reported missing. And environmentalists are already calling it the biggest ecological disaster in the entire history of the country. The investigation continues. As an avatar of destiny, I cannot judge. I cannot afford to question events, only encourage them to take place as history demands. And yet I wonder why the Order of Blessed Agonies expected Chizou to enter this universe. After all, a creature so dependent on magic could not possibly survive in a world where there is none. The prophecies were wrong. Freehorn, the Order, the tall man himself, all deliberately misled by the pain elemental. But why? For what purpose was the bridge really constructed? It was open for mere seconds. Nothing came through from the ethereal realm. So did Chizou's plan simply fail? Or was his intention not to send, but to receive? None of this matters. I led Decade to the destiny demanded of him by the timeline. Now I must wait. 2 centuries from now, my younger self will require my guidance. The eternal cycle must be set in motion again. And while I do not judge and feel no regret, I find that I do not relish this task. Woob. In the 18th century, the prophet Jack Freehorn put to paper the 3 books of Chizou, the blood of the 12 sacrifices still fresh on his hands. The Book of the Prince, the Book of the Victims, and the Book of the Bridge. This is a central tenet in the faith of the Order of Blessed Agonies. What is not known not even by the highest acolytes, and likely not even by the prince himself, is that there was a 4th book. It seemed to contradict the other prophecies, and Freehorn discarded the draft, thinking it a garbled message. This was the Book of the New Prince. Here is what it said. Bud. On the day of the bridge, the prince returned to the court of the king and bowed low before the presence. And the king was greatly wrathful, and he said to the prince, "Why have you returned, O prince, you who would betray his king, who would defy his own flesh?" And with those words, the king threw down the prince and stripped away his vestments, and the prince once again became the arrogant man. And the arrogant man said, "I wanted only to please you, my king. I know your scheme to replace me. If I betrayed you, it was only to remain your prince." And the king replied, "I have not forgotten that you are the arrogant man, and still your arrogance blinds you. Who are you to question my plans, you little man of linear time? Who are you to believe he knows what is best for I who has drunk down the agonies of a million men, I who has seen the edge of forever?" Welcome back, Arcane. You are not my prince, O arrogant man. You were never truly of my flesh. Woob. And the king took the vestments of the prince and gave them to the man of purity, and the man of purity became the new prince. Fuck you! And the arrogant man wept aloud, why have you betrayed me, my king? What have I done that I should earn this wrath? Came the reply, long ago you were offered the chance to fulfill the role of the bridge as a being of both magic and technology. You could have proven your commitment to your king. You could have chosen your successor. But in your arrogance you resisted and created the child to become the bridge in your stead. And after you learned the true purpose of the bridge, you had the audacity to subvert my will. Weakly, you sought to avert your destiny and the destinies of others. But rejoice, arrogant man, for I've provided another opportunity to fight your fate. Simply defeat your successor and return to my side. The new prince faced the arrogant man. And got fucking owned. And the new prince threw down the arrogant man. Hey, look, it us. Hey, somebody throw down that bot, please. My king. It hurts. Protect him always. Hey, buddy. The guide. It hurts. Take his place. You fuck nerd. Dude, beat you to the punch, huh? At least we can technically walk now. And the name of the arrogant man knew the name of the king. The arrogant man knew the name. Ta-da! And thus goeth the Chizou mythos. Honestly, quite an undertaking for a single developer. I do love this series, uneven as it is. Rip to KB score. So yeah, the whole point of Chizou's machinations. There are going to be more testers here, but I didn't have time. Was to create a new champion for himself, to replace the tall man with the new prince. Was the arrogant man No, the arrogant man... Oh, I didn't realize there was a shout out to Something Awful Goons in there. The arrogant man was Kabadath, the ancient druid who first contacted Chizou. He was a goon at one point, wasn't he? So there you have it. There it be. So yeah, so Kabadath was the first person to contact Chizou, and Chizou made him like his champion, his avatar on Earth, basically. And Chizou made it clear that he wanted... I guess Chizou never really liked him, because I mean he called him... No. Lodra, that is in like one tiny scene in Trilby's note. So don't feel bad about missing that. It's tucked in there along with all the other flashbacks to the history of the idol. Yeah, he was a shit heel that just wanted power. And I'm sure Chizo was not happy with him. So Chizo was like, all right, I want a new champion on Earth, and you are going to make this happen for me. And the tall man was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to be your champion. And so he engineered the circumstances that led to John Defoe existing. But Chizo was like, you know what, whatever, I could still use this. I thought he wanted to use Chizo to win a war. Yes, he did. He did. And Chizo was like, lol, no. Fuck you. Why would I bother with that? Oh my god, the last bosses. Thank you so much for the raid. I hate to say it, but we're wrapping up right now. We just finished this game. What's up, Beetlebomb? What games? We just finished the Chizo Mythos. It's a quadrilogy of indie point-and-click horror adventures. This is the last one in the series. 6 Days a Sacrifice. It starts with 5 Days a Stranger, and then it goes 7 Days a Skeptic, and then it goes Trilby's Notes, and then 6 Days a Sacrifice. So yeah. Ultimately, it went through. 7 swans swimming, exactly. Ultimately, I like the story. I think all told, it's a good story. I think Yahtzee did a pretty good job of tying it all together. It's the details where it falls apart. But the central plot, just the central conceit of it, this Pain Elemental engineering all these tragic circumstances across centuries to build himself a new champion, I think is super cool. I think the weakest part of the story definitely is Somerset, the caretaker. I hate that character conceit. I hate the whole omnipotent watcher concept. I hate it in comic books, I hate it in movies, I hate it in video. I hate destiny. I hate prophecies, I hate chosen ones. I hate any kind of conceit where the story is like pre-established and you've got a character that's just kind of like pushing the cart along. I despise that. And Somerset is exactly that in it. There's no reason for him to do what he does. There is no reason for him, because you realize, if you didn't catch that at the end, at the very, very, very end, when Theo was at the very heart of the mind, and he found the bomb, right? The bomb was already diffused. The tall man diffused the bomb, because he knew this was the moment of truth. He knew that if that bomb went off, he would lose. So he disabled it. Somerset was the one that told the last Trilby clone to go set the place on fire. That fire is what detonated the bomb. So all of Somerset's actions, once he became the caretaker, were to ensure that Chizo pulled off his plan, even though he didn't know what the plan was. He's a literal Deus Ex Machina. Like, that is his purpose in the story. His purpose in the story is to paper over all the inconsistencies so the plot can still happen. I hate that. I hate that so much. And I'm pretty sure Yahtzee acknowledges this too. I think he acknowledges like how the caretaker just exists for the convenience of the story. But even so, I really don't think he was necessary. I feel like every purpose he served could have been handled in a different way. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of Slaves of Destiny either. So, have you read Sandman? I have, yes. I actually have a complete printed collection of Sandman over my shelf right now. I can show you all this. You can see this over here. I have a shelf in the corner of this room here that has all my graphic novels. I think I've shown some of them on stream. But yeah, I have a full set of Sandman, Bone. What else do I have that's complete? Transmetropolitan, Preacher. I have a lot of Hellboy, a lot of Fables, Invincible, Ex Machina, Why the Last Man, Planetary, Authority. I got a bunch of stuff. As you know, you don't understand the stinger at the end of 7 Days Skeptic needs to be explained. He really should have just gone through and retconned that whole thing, or just ignored it. Really, just had it be the end of John Defoe's Soul, and just forget Somerset. Just forget him entirely. This whole plot could have been handled without Somerset's involved. So there's that. Theo, like, 6 Days to Sacrifice itself, like, playing as Theo, all busted up, interacting with the weird standoffish doctor, and poor Janine. Poor Janine. I think maybe... I don't know. It might be some of the worst gameplay in the series. All these years later, and all this hate of 6 Days coming fresh again. Well, for me, it's not hate. I do not hate. I definitely don't hate this game. I think 7 Days is probably the weakest. Well, I mean, at this point, I'm not sure. 5 Days is definitely the best. And then I feel like the other 3 games are mixed bags, now that I've played through all of them again. 7 Days has some pretty okay puzzles, and I like the setting. But it also has some of the worst puzzles in the series, and the stupidest story bits. The character work was mostly terrible in this one. I definitely agree with that. The character work in this one really took a back seat to just wrapping up the plot. The gameplay too. The gameplay in this one really suffered. Like, most of the days had like one puzzle. There weren't many rooms to explore. There wasn't a whole lot to do. There were like, I'm pretty sure you could count the inventory items in this game on one hand. So yeah, what really redeems this one is the story, is all the work that's done with the story. And then Trilby's Notes, I like the story in Trilby's Notes. I like the concept. I like the gameplay, but now that I've recently replayed it, it's surprisingly thin. Like, I like the whole swerve to text parser, but it just doesn't do much with it. And a lot of what you do is really, really repetitive. Like I said when we finished playing it, 3/4 of the gameplay is just opening doors. But the story is good, and what gameplay there is good. So yeah, I used to have a much clearer ranking for these games the first time I played them, but now I would say like 5 Days a Stranger is the good one, and the other 3 are all mixed bag that are still worth playing through just to experience the entire Chizou saga and to see how it wraps up. So. Canning must have been super annoying if they just told him to stay in there and get exploded. Yeah, Canning didn't really do any. Well, Canning was like so many of the other characters in 6 Days of Sacrifice, just a vehicle for exposition. And I think that's why the characterization in this one suffers so much, is there's not many characters, and they have to do a lot of heavy lifting to just explain what the fuck is going on. So part of that is, of course, a product of this quadrilogy not being planned, and this game having to do pretty much all of the tying up of loose ends, which it does well. It's just unfortunate that he uses Somerset for so much of it. But yeah, I mean, like, Canning was basically an exposition machine. The Doctor was just a plot. The Doctor and Janine were just plot devices. They were barely characters, unfortunately. And Theo is barely a character, which I also think is particularly tragic because Theo ends up being, like, you realize this, right? Theo ends up being the new prince. He is the one that gets hoovered up and bequeathed this power. Now, I mean, probably John Defoe like takes him over. Like, it's probably John Defoe in there, but it's technically Theo's body that's being used for this. I enjoyed the quadrilogy. I would have loved a happier ending. Or it must have been disappointing when absolutely nothing happened after they worked for hundreds of years and won. I really like that, actually. I like that aspect of it, because the Order is, you know, this villainous group across centuries of plot, right? And especially Canning. That's like the one good thing about Canning's character. He was so smug. He was so self-confident, like, oh, we're gonna pull off this huge thing, and our god is gonna come through, and we don't have to worry about the police or investigations or any shit like that. And then it totally doesn't happen, and all the surviving cult members are just fucking boned. I love that. I think that's really funny. Evil Within 2 had a happy driveway into the sunset away from any DLC being made. Yeah, there wasn't any DLC for that game, was it? And it did have a genuinely happy ending. I love that game, by the way. Evil Within 2 is super good. So yeah. I would say ultimately a good series. Ultimately a series that has more or less stood up to the test of time. It's got some awkward bits. It has some blemishes. It has some parts that I definitely didn't want to read into the record. It's got a god-awful sex scene in it. But the main plot, the plot that eventually comes to be as a result of this one, I think is pretty cool. At least we found out through Janine's possession that John Defoe can talk. Yeah. So, anyway, chat, we did it. We have succeeded. Yahtzee said the sex scene was intentionally bad. I mean, that doesn't fucking thing for me, man. Like, don't tell me things in your game are intentionally bad, okay? It's still bad. Next up, the Consuming Shadow. We should do the Consuming Shadow sometime. We absolutely should. Yeah, it's supposed to be horror, and it isn't. He completely failed on that count, so. It happens. It happens. Everybody's got their weak points. Even everybody has their blind spots. Yeah, even if you intentionally shit your pants, you still shit your pants. Well said. Well said, Two Hit. Well said. Anyway, we did it. We finished the Shizou Mythos. Schedule. I mean, there isn't much of one left. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm streaming. I couldn't tell you. Put a gun to my head. I'm almost certainly streaming tomorrow night, though. That is very, very likely. 6 days, don't shit your pants. Wednesday is the question mark. I'd say Wednesday is a toss-up at this point. I probably won't need to be packing, but I may be exhausted or something. So, and then yes, for anybody who hasn't heard, I am going on vacation from Thursday. I will be gone from June 23rd to July 10th. So I got a long vacation that y'all are gonna have to do something to fill the void that I will leave in your heart. Anyway, let me go find somebody to raid. Last Bosses was nice enough to raid us tonight. Let's be nice enough to go raid somebody else. I believe it shall be. Go raid Dama. Why not? Dama's always fun. And 23rd is your birthday? 21st is actually my wife's birthday. So unfortunately, her birthday comes right as we're at the height of trying to get ready for this trip. Heckle you in chat, stream or no stream, works for me. I appreciate the commitment. Means a lot to me. All right, chat. Well, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for this, the capstone on a interesting piece of indie point and click history. It's definitely had its impact on the landscape. And I mean, if you go look at the Adventure Games Studio archives, it's honestly hard to find games that are as high a quality as the Shizou Mythos turned out to be. So I appreciate you joining me on this journey. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow night for our penultimate or ultimate stream. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.